Waiver Wire, Week 9, we have 10 additions to discuss before waiver claims process on Wednesday, presented by Ervin.com. With notable injuries to Cam Scatabo, Harold Fannin, Quinshon Judkins, Saquon Barkley, Jaden Daniels, Drake London, Cole Kmet, and buys for the Browns, Jets, Eagles, and Buccaneers, let's take a look at tight ends, running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks, and even defensive ads for Week 9. Don't skip, unless you have a tiny. Also, positional rankings, including defense for the week, every weekday of every week in the playlist. I don't know what direction it's in. And we started off with the tight ends. And Gadsden, he's gone, okay? It's Colson Loveland, 25%. It's pretty simple. He gets the Bengals this week, okay? He's a Week 9 stream. Cole Kmet injured his back. He's not going to play in Week 10. As a rookie, he's just behind Kmet for targets and yards, within one and less than 20 yards. That kind of close. The Bengals have allowed the most fantasy points to tight ends this season. 63 yards Week 1, 49 yards, 92 yards, 111 yards in the last week. I mean, the floor should be 8 points, and the ceiling will be as high as Caleb Williams will throw it. Look at running backs. Well, it happened. Everybody, all fun and games, till somebody's bone pops out of their skin from a planted foot. Dislocated ankle type beat. Dislocated ankle. Sounds like something you can just pop right back in. Smack him on his ass, send him back out there. No, not like that. Not like that at all. It's actually really, really dangerous. Really, really bad. So, it's Tyrone Tracy season again. He's the clear and obvious RB1 for the Giants rest of season. Tajay Spears. I'd argue Spears is more talented, but he's on a worse team than Tracy. So that being said, he was RB12 this past week. So he passes the eye test over Pollard, and he's been more explosive, more efficient since return. They're still splitting for now. I mean, say the floor is 10, and his ceiling is 20. He gets the Chargers defense this week, who are league average against the run, and 23rd for rushing touchdowns against. So there's a clear path this week moving forward into the future. Bam Knight, Zonovan, Bam Knight. I mean, it's basically the same conversation for him, except the moving forward part. Week 9, he gets the Cowboys' 29th worst run defense, so he's clearly the more explosive, more efficient back. He's probably not going to stay relevant after Trey Benson returns, and he should be returning soon. But who cares? If you just need him for this week, you need him for a spot start, the matchup is really, really, really good. And he's coming off of his bye. He's coming off of a rest. He's the clear RB1. You could do worse. Let's look at the wide receivers. Kayshon Boutte. There's still a chance. This is your second or third warning. For me, he's only behind Diggs in the wideout group, and Hunter Henry for targets, just 39 yards less than Diggs, and he's got the most touchdowns out of the whole receiving corps with 5, and the most yards per reception as well at 19 yards. Just 5 less yards per game than Diggs. I mean, Week 9 he gets Atlanta, which, believe it or not, are extremely savage, and by really savage, I mean they're number 1 against the pass. But Week 10, Week 11, he gets Tampa's 21st worst and the Jets after that. The matchups will come and go, but volume and potential is pretty hard to miss, pretty hard to come by. So he's the 1B in real life for the Pats. He's the 1A in fantasy, as far as I'm concerned, and he should be like 70% rostered at least, all right? And listen, we got one more wide receiver. Alex Pierce kind of plays this role, the perimeter receiver, right? Think Rashid Shaheed, Jameson Williams. That's kind of what Boutte has been doing, right? That's what Alec Pierce does. That's what those other guys do. But if you want a more Diggs type, right? The slot receiver. He's getting the yak. He's doing the dirty work. Well, there's a new slot receiver who, after earning his full-time role last week, earned 21% targets this week and went 7 for 7 and 93 receiving yards. It's Kamara DK. Who? He faces the Chargers this week, and guess what? They love perimeter wideouts because they hold them to nearly the least amount of yards in the entire league. But DK He don't have to worry about that because the Chargers give up the 10th most to slot wide receivers. I'm just saying. Oh, God. Let's look at quarterbacks. And listen, Dart and Flacco are probably gone. And look, I have to pitch this first. Okay? Otherwise, you're just click away. Who has the most passing touchdowns this season? Behind Patrick Mahomes and Daniel Jones. Who has just 42 yards less than Josh Allen? And more pass attempts than Drake May, and more air yards than Jared Goff. Anybody come to mind? If you said Tua, turn the ball over. You're correct. He also has the most interceptions. I know. All right. Just focus on the matchup. It's Baltimore this week, and they're horrible, terrible, 28th worst secondary. So he's only had 3 games where he was less than quarterback 19. The rest has been quarterback 19, quarterback 18, quarterback 17, quarterback 9, and quarterback 7 this past week. I mean, to think that he can't generate fantasy points when presented under the right conditions, I mean, these are the conditions, okay? And it's so much fun to make fun of him. I like to make fun of him, but you could do worse. GL, stream 2 against Baltimore. Defensive streams are next. It's the Rams, dude. Brothers. The Saints are starting Tyler Shuff. Who? Exactly. Against the number 2 LA sack monsters. Okay, between Byron Young, 10 forced turnovers, a home game coming off of their bye, and taking on a rookie quarterback on the 29th worst offense. I mean, sign me up. Rams defense, okay? Lock them in. They're going to absolutely decimate. They're going to dominate. Jags, they're going to dominate too. This one's really easy. They hit the Raiders, okay? The 31st worst offense so far this season. They don't even average 15 real-life points per game, the Raiders. So they've committed a dozen turnovers, and guess what? The Jags defense have forced more than a dozen turnovers too. So they're just yin and yang. Lock them in. They're going to dominate the Raiders. Nothing to worry about. And if you can't get either one of them, just get the Chargers, okay? Last but not least, the humble Chargers take on the humble Titans. And they're the worst of the worst. 32nd offense on the season right now. They average less than 14 real-life points per game. I mean, the Titans are at risk of being kicked out of Tennessee. What the That's it. Subscribe, turn on post notifications so you stay prepared for Sunday rankings and other videos all week. Visit my store where you can get beautiful stuff like what I'm wearing right now. And watch some more videos.